Hello, hello, and welcome to Live with GCCA. We are doing another at-home art hunt, live with the Greenville Center for Creative Arts. I'm Grant Cothran, Director of ReCraft, Creative Reuse Center. We connect creative people with reused and reusable materials, and today we're going to be making another cool project with stuff that you have found inside your house. Rather than bore you guys with a song today, I thought maybe just some bubbles to get us started. Bubbles are fun, indoor, outdoor, but you don't know because you can't smell it. These bubbles smell like green apples, and it's like really delicious right now. I've moved out of the closet. I'm into the bedroom, and here we are, my new sound stage. I hope you all enjoy what we've got planned for you today. I asked you to find a few common items from your home for our craft hunt today. First of all, a few awkward family photos. Now, we're going to review these materials a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you about how it works. So if you haven't found these, now's your chance to go find them. Maybe you have some really nice graduation pictures. Look, there's me. Or maybe you've just got some truly awkward family photos. I was actually an exchange student in Germany. These are not particularly great pictures. These are snapshots, but they're meaningful to me. These are pictures of my German host family. There's my little host brother, Paul, right there. Spelled Paul. There's me, guys. Look at that. What? I'm so old. Okay, so awkward family photos. Ideally, you want one person in each one. You also want one post for each of these, at least 4 inches long. Look, pens and pencils, markers, those are the ideal material that you want here. You can also use a ruler. You can also use chopsticks. You can get crazy. The pens and pencils are going to work really well, and there's a bonus if you use pens and pencils, which I'll tell you about hopefully in a little while. Okay, so you got your awkward family photos. You got your posts. I also asked you to find a cardboard box, a small cardboard box. Anyone will do. This is a shoebox. Obviously, we don't have to be real particular. The only thing about the size of your box is you want to make sure that your poster, this is actually 2 pages cut out from a magazine advertisement that was sent to us. Look at all these beautiful grains, though. Thank you for that. All right, so just so long as it covers really one surface, even 2 surfaces is better, but that's fine. The only tools you're going to need for this are some standard scissors. School scissors will do, craft scissors will do, anything to cut. You're just going to be cutting these photographs. And the other thing is a roll of tape. Any kind of tape will do, scotch tape, masking tape, duct tape. So whatever you got, this one should be accessible for everyone. Now, before I reveal what it is that we are going to be making today out of these materials, I want to tell you a little bit about how all this is going to work. First of all, shout out to Charlie and Bryn, last time's winners. Thank you guys for sending in pictures of your creations. And this is going to be as interactive as possible today. I would love to read your comments. Please tag us at ReCraft GVL. Please tag Greenville Center for Creative Arts, Art Center GVL. And when you do those things, you will be automatically entered to win some of our prizes. I take these boxes, I fill them with awesome stuff in ReCraft's remote location, and I put onto them these $2 stamps, high price stamps, y'all. In real life, you're going to be getting some cool things in the mail, just like Bryn and Charlie from last time. Thank you again for sending in your projects. So I would love to see pictures of your process and your end product. I want to see really creative things. Feel free to veer off the beaten path here and do something different that's related to today's project, inspired by my grandmother. This is a photo album from my grandmother. Look at this. I was going through this the other day. Look at what she did. Yes, cutting up photos, totally allowed. This is from the 1950s. There's nothing new about cutting pictures. Tell your parents it's A-okay. Look at what she did. I guess she was really into horses. Yes, she was. So I was inspired by that. And I was inspired by some of my son's best friends right now, because he's an only child. We got Anna, Olaf. All right, you know them well. What I did is I put them onto some pencils now we have ourselves some puppets. And by doing a few very simple mods to this cardboard box, you can actually play out some scenes of members of your family or whoever your family is. Maybe your family includes a taco. I have no idea. All right? So we call this family puppetry. It's really pretty simple. I'm going to go quickly through how I made it, and then I'm actually going to like build it along with you guys and just be talking and stuff like that. And then I've got a few other things to share. I might as well share those right now. Very quickly, Art School, GCCA. You guys really need to register. You can go to Greenville Center for Creative Arts website and register for these. I, Grant, am going to be helping with one of the workshops, one of their many fine summer camp programs. I have a feeling the slots are going to fill up very quickly this summer. If you think about it, the desperate need from a lot of parents, myself included, I just heard something from the other room, for a little bit of a break this summer. Please, crossing our fingers, Art Center camps are going to be awesome, and they are all good to go. So please register for that. I'm going to read this poem at the very end. I don't want to bore you guys with that. Let's get right into it. Look, you're going to take the awkward family photos. There's a toddler at my door. Sam, come on in. You're going to join me. We are live. I'd like you to sit on that couch right over there, and please stay. You want to come on in? Come on in here, buddy. Come on in here. Special guest. Do you want to be on television? Okay. All right. Well, he's going to tell me whether we're having fun or not. All right. So very quickly, you're going to take these scissors. I got some pattern scissors. You can use regular scissors. You were? That's wonderful. What you want to do with the pictures is you're going to cut out around the edge. There's no tracing really required because you've already got the picture. You're going to cut out the picture. You're going to take your tape. You're going to mount it onto the stick. Then you're going to take your poster and you're going to tape it to your box. You're going to punch holes in your box. Placement for your characters to stand and walk around, and then you will be pretty much done. So I'm going to walk you through this. I'm also going to give you a couple tips of how to play, because what I like about this project is it's truly interactive. You've got ways to interact with your family members. Ask them about stories that are important to them and scenes that are important to them. You can also do improv, which is where you make up stories, right, Sam?
Yes.
Yes. And in fact, if you want to go ahead and make up some stories right over here, you are welcome to. So with that, here's a picture of my host father. His name is Mishael or Misha. Notice what I'm doing here. I'm going to go around the shoulders. I'm going to give it a little bit of a margin around the shoulders. The reason I'm doing that is, one, I don't want to give him too close of a haircut. And two, it'll just make sure, it'll give it like a nice little outline around his body and his head that kind of gives it a nice effect, a nice little glow for Misha. Misha would come home from work every day, and I would say, Misha, how was your day? And he would say, horrible, but he didn't mean it. He was the most hardworking, fun, positive guy I've ever met. And as soon as he got home, he would change into his like after work clothes, and he would immediately go to building the house. So that's Misha. All right. Then we've got my host sister, Kathleen. I hope you're cutting out some pictures as we go along here. There's Kathleen. This is not the best picture of her. The better pictures of my whole family are in this album. As you picked pictures and you're asking your parents, what can I use, go ahead and feel free. Yeah, that's Misha. You can take the best pictures, or you can take maybe the next best pictures. One nice thing about this craft is even if you don't use them in the puppet box, this is my actual jar of pins that I put on my desk. And you can just set these as reminders, especially if they're attached to pens and pencils. You can actually still use those pens and pencils in your jar. So I'm going to do Misha, and I'm going to do Kathleen. And, ooh, don't want to get too close to her face. Oh, I almost gave her a haircut there. Oh, well. Sam, do you want to go sit on the couch, or are you enjoying being where you're being? You're enjoying?
You can have a break talking, and I will talk for you.
You will talk for me? Okay. Everyone, this is Sam, my assistant, and please tell folks at home about your day. Would you like to tell us about anything, Sam?
that I can do this.
Unfortunately you cannot. That needs to stay right down there.
Yeah.
All right, so the next step, and Sam, maybe you can help me with this. So we have here, I could do more of these, but I'm just gonna do 3, right? There's Misha. Da-da-da-da-da. There's my host sister, Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Oh my gosh, she lives in paradise these days. And there's me. I live in paradise too. Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah. We're going to set these here. I'm going to choose a pen and a marker.
Here's Misha.
Yeah. And we're just going to take some tape here. And what I like to do on the back, look, you can just put on tape, very simple. What I like to do is a little crisscross across the back. Oh, I'm so glad we have that for you then.
Because we're going to make something on your back that's made out of tape.
You were going to make something on my back that's made out of tape?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Can I please have this tape?
You may. I'm just going to use a little bit of it, okay?
Where's the scissors?
Oh, the scissors? See if you can find them.
Scissors.
There they are. Do you guys see this? This poster behind me, by the way, is our periodic table of creative reuse. Sam just found the scissors on that periodic table of creative reuse. Your home is filled with materials and tools that you can get used to get crafty, even if you can't go to the craft store, even if there's no money to go and buy things online, your house is already filled. Creative reuse is all about using what you have. And I like to say that found art is not the art of perfection. Found art is the art of resourcefulness, of finding quick and unique solutions to a challenge or a problem. And that is exactly what we are doing here today. So again, here's the back of Kathleen. She's on a pink marker, and we've got a crisscross of masking tape. Super simple. There's Kathleen. I'm going to do the third one here, and then we will be off to the races. Yes. Have any of you all ever thought about going not just to visit another country, but to live in another country? When I applied to go live in Germany for a year with total strangers, I had never been to Germany. I'd never been to Europe. I'd never been outside the United States. It was a pretty big adventure to go for an entire year, but it was amazing. And I got to know an entire new family, some of the most loving people, the warmest people in a cold place, northern Germany. So now we have puppet number 1, there's me. Puppet number 2, there's Misha. Puppet number 3, there's Kathleen. We could easily keep going. For the sake of time, we're gonna stop there. And Sam is in our old studio right now. And by studio, I mean the closet right over here. I found them. They're out here. Do you need some?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Come on outside then.
I'm going to do something on your back. I'm going to make something that's on your back.
With scissors, you're going to do something on my back?
Yeah.
Maybe some of you all can relate. I mean, this is realistic at least. I am going to need those scissors, Sam, for just 1 second, because I'm going to show these folks at home what I'm making. So again, I took that poster, which is just an advertisement from a magazine. You can use maps. I like something plain or that reminds me of my family maybe. I use food because food is a natural gathering spot for family. And when people are gathered around food, the stories, the family stories just tend to come out. I'm going to need those scissors one more time. Now, we're going to poke holes in the box. You don't have to do this part. I like to do it because you can have a really nice scene here. Now, in improv or in theater, we would call this is one of your boxes. Yes, one of your shoe boxes. I'm putting them along the back and evenly spaced here.
Why are you doing that?
I'm commandeering your box. You can have it back.
I need this box.
Well, you can have it when we're done with it.
Well, I need to take out put the holes somewhere else.
Perfect. All right, so what we did.
I need to take the holes out.
Sure. 1 second, Sam. So we've got a bunch of holes along the back line, we would call that, right? And then we can create scenes by stepping some characters forward. We've got 2 here and 2 here. So for example, we've got a scene with me, and we've got Misha here, And on our back line, we're just going to put Olaf, and we'll put Kathleen on the back line, and maybe Anna on the back line. So, all right, so here we go. Look at this. We've got our family of puppets here. And I can say, hi, Misha, how was your day? And Misha would say, horrible. And he would say it just like that. He would say, horrible, really sarcastic and everything, because he loved his work. He built small compartments on really big ships. That's what he does and still does, as far as I know. All right. That is our project. Before we finish up today, I want to share a couple other things with you. Number one, this is really great for prompting family members, sisters, brothers, parents about stories that are important to them. And there's an improv resource called canigeta.com, and it will give you a place, like a situation, or it'll give you a relationship, or it'll just give you a word. All family friendly, and this website can give you some prompts. So you might hit place, and it would say a restaurant, and you would say, hey mom, tell me about going to a restaurant with dad, or I don't know, any number of possibilities. But it's a really nice way to both start the conversation on family stories, as well as just kind of create some made-up scenes, maybe with your made-up friends. So a couple other things that I mentioned before. I really like like doing this on pencils and pens, because look, I can drop these guys right into my pen and pencil holder, right? And now they're going to sit on my desk, reminding me of my friends and family. The other thing you can do with these, we're really big on reusable crafts and things that are reusable multiple times. So we use masking tape, easy to take off. If I ever get tired of these puppets, check out what else you could make. Maybe a Mother's Day card with a photo collage. So if you've got a bunch of random snapshots, photos lying around, maybe it's time to put them to creative reuse, either with some kind of story-themed craft, or maybe with a gift for mom. Mother's Day is coming up. Start planning now. All right, I always want to remind you all, your tools, put them back where you found them. That way they will be exactly where you think they should be the next time. We would love to see your pictures or any creative, derivative, cool side projects that you made out of these same materials. We'd love to see them. He's back. And last, I'd like to leave you with this poem called Go Make That Stuff. The manifesto is this: draw the art you want to see, start the club you want to join, play the music you want to hear, write the story you want to read, build the things you want to use, do the work that you want to see done. Go make that stuff. And with that, thank you so much to Greenville Center for Creative Arts. Thank you to our ReCraft family for tuning in. And we will see you next time. Don't forget to post, tag us, and I can't wait to send you all some really cool prizes this week. Take care.